Hello folks at home. Today I decided I might tell a story. That story is going to be how I got into remodeling. Well, let's see here. It's about, what are we in now? We're in 2016. We're in 2000. Oh man, been a long time. Oh, about 11 years ago, when I started out in it, because I found myself not having any direction in life, not knowing what to do. See, I found myself to be around the age of 22, 21, 22 when I first started really getting into it. When I first started training to do it, I got into it because I needed a career path, and I didn't know squat. I didn't know jack. The only kind of jobs I ever worked at that point were fast food restaurants and stuff like that. But I needed something that was really going to sustain me as an adult, and so I decided to get into building department maintenance. And I started out as an apprentice, making $5.50 an hour. Now I know what you're going to say. Oh, but that's lower than minimum wage. Why would you? That was illegal at the time. Yeah. You know, it was a little against the law, but I was getting trained. I didn't know how to do anything. So not only was I getting work, but I was getting trained on how to do all sorts of different trade type jobs, like maybe hang sheetrock, painting, taping and bedding, running tile, doing wood floors, cleaning carpet, laying carpet, framing, basic plumbing and electric, all that sort of stuff. I had to learn how to do all that stuff. So yeah, I knew I was making less than minimum wage. I could have went and got a job flipping burgers for $7.25, $7.50 an hour, but that's not what I wanted to do with my life, and I knew there wasn't really a future in that, and really not much security or sustainability. A lot of people don't know that those minimum wage companies, like your minimum wage jobs. I'm not going to mention anything. I don't want to get sued, but your fast food restaurants and stuff like that, they have an incentive to maintain a high turnover because they don't have to pay taxes on their employees until they've been employed for at least, like 3 or 4 months. So if they maintain a high enough turnover in their workforce, then they get a big tax cut at the end of the year. There's all those employees that they hired and fired that they don't have to pay taxes on. So it's really not a place you want to be if you're looking at forming a career for your life. So I decided to get into remodeling based on that. I wanted a career, and I wanted to make decent money. Whatever I was doing, I wanted to make decent money. And there's no better job security than being able to fix things. If you know how to fix things, you'll never run out of work. You will literally never run out of work. Because stuff is always going to deteriorate. Stuff's always going to break down. Pipes are always going to form leaks and corrode and everything else. Foundations are going to shift, and pipes are going to, people are going to need their fixtures updated, and appliances break down, and on it goes. So I got into it, and I stuck with it, making that $5.50 an hour, and before I knew it, maybe I might have been making that for the first year. And after that, my skills improved quickly because I'm a real fast learner, and I was driven, to learn it. I wanted to learn it. So that's part of it, wanting to learn it, Plus it interests me naturally. I'm into construction and engineering and building things, so it comes real easy for me. And yeah, so that's how I started out in it. Maybe it was 2 years I was in it before I was working as a full-time maintenance technician, making $14 an hour on a 425 unit complex. And now I contract out my own work. I'm self-employed. So I don't have no bosses to answer to or nothing like that. If the alarm clock goes off in the morning and I don't want to go to work, guess what? I'm not going to work. So, you know, once I knew enough in different trades and how to do things, I really don't have to subscribe to a full-time schedule or anything. I just make my own schedule. I can work full-time if I want to work full-time. I can work part-time if I want to work part-time. So that was one of the benefits that came with learning how to do it. Another benefit for me, especially in being self-employed, is I'm always doing something different. I'm always going different places, doing new things, meeting new people, making new connections. And that for me is important because I get bored easily doing the same thing and going to the same place and seeing the same people every day. And you know, this career path has literally taken me all across this country. I can go anywhere in the world and be guaranteed employment because I know how to fix things. I've been guaranteed that I'm gonna get some work. Even if I don't get hired at a company or anything like that, I can go to my neighbors and say, hey, you need anything fixed? I know how to fix everything. You know? So it's been a real benefit for my life in that aspect. But yeah, so that's today's story. Hard work and determination definitely pays off. I know it did for me. I knew at the time that learning those skills would benefit me for the rest of my life. You know, when I get old and I want to settle down, and my plans are to get a piece of property and build it myself. You know, if I don't build it myself, I'll definitely be able to maintain it myself. And it's always good to be able to save on those costs and save on bills, and I won't have to pay the repairman, you know? And even if I do, I won't be getting screwed because I know exactly what the work is worth. I know what the materials cost. I know how much the labor runs and everything. So, you know, couldn't be better in that regard. You know, if my advice to all you young people out there, if there's something you need done, first try to learn how to do it yourself. You know, if you're in a place in your life and you're tired of working these dead-end jobs and stuff like that, start thinking about a career. Start thinking about what you can do that you're not gonna, you know, what you can do where you're gonna get into a position you're not gonna have to answer to nobody. You make your own rules, you can set your own pace, you make decent money, and you'll always have job security. You know, and it's called a career. Like me, I don't just have a job, I have a career. This is my career, I take it very seriously, you know, but that's another aspect of it. It takes dedication. Not everybody can have the kind of dedication, the self-motivation to go ahead and get out there and market themselves and find their own work. It takes a lot to do that, but it's doable. One thing I recommend, if you are going to choose to set out on a career path like that, you know, don't be afraid to dibble and dabble in other things. Like, one thing that's gone a long way for me was picking up some sales skills, you know, because I know how to talk to people, build rapport, and that sort of thing. I can sell myself, you know, I can close deals. So, yeah, I always just keep learning, expanding, you know, and go for a career. Screw working at the local burger joint for the rest of your life, you know. Get out there and do something positive, something that matters, and something that's going to benefit you for your adult years. And that's all I got to say. That's today's video. Thanks for watching. If you like my videos, please feel free to comment, hit that like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Bye.